Alright guys, so there is a severe thunderstorm warning and a tornado is possible apparently. So yeah, we're looking at this nasty weather right now. As you can see, yeah, they said there's a tornado possible. I'm kind of worried that we might get a tornado warning, so I'm recording this to see this cool thunderstorms. I mean, they can be cool and you can caught it on camera. Stuff like that. You can caught it on camera because the camera can see it and you can go back to it as well. This isn't good if a tornado is possible. So this is why I'm recording this. To let you know guys, if there's a tornado warning, you know what to do. You get in your basement and you stay there. You don't go out of the basement and try to find a tornado, which is not a good idea. Also, if you hear the sirens, don't go out there and do that. It's not good. So yeah. If you hear the sirens, don't come after the tornado and chase it because it can actually kill you. Because it can suck you up. And that's not good either. So yeah guys, I just wanted to let you know that if there's ever a tornado warning or a severe thunderstorm warning, you need to get inside and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm looking outside right now. But I cannot take the risk of me getting struck by lightning. So, let's get inside. Yeah, we're getting inside.
Lightning and obviously some very, very strong winds moving into the area. John, you got anything for me?
Well, no, but just on kind of what you're just talking about, just open the door, James. I don't know if you saw me do that, but it was just coming down so heavily. Our studios are in Moline, so we're just a little bit ahead of a lot of what you're talking about. But that rain is so heavy, it's building up in our parking lot. I can see it building up on the roads, and which is not obviously the most urgent thing. The most urgent thing is obviously what you start talking about, but just another thing to be aware of, especially if you're just driving, around. It's going to be difficult to get around, difficult to see as you're on that highway if you're having to drive through something like that.
I think it might be a good idea to even check on those sump pumps over the basement just to make sure that it's flowing nicely and not overflowing. That's always a big concern when you're dealing with these type of conditions that are going on. So you can see how that is kind of waving its way right along the river itself with this blinding rain that's going on, but the wind, that is still a concern for us with this storm. So you're getting this tremendous amount of downdraft that is taking place within the storm. At the same time, caught in that downdraft, you're getting some heavy rain. You're also getting some hail. Now it looks like it has kind of downgraded a little bit as far as the size itself. Half an inch, you're kind of talking mostly about maybe penny-sized hail that may be taking place. Now keep in mind, these are just kind of estimates that we're noticing here, but nonetheless, at least when it comes to the hail, it's below severe limits. So that is some good news. However, though, with the lightning that's going on, and more importantly that's taking place, are the winds that are taking place, and that's the biggest concern that we have. The National Weather Service is still continues to monitor the situation, given the fact that we're getting reports of some wall clouds, several wall clouds just west of the immediate Quad cities. There hasn't been any drop as far as any funnels or tornadoes, but that's why we continue with this tornado warning. Now, there have been signs, the structure as a whole is actually showing signs of weakening. However, the wall clouds that we're getting reports of are still holding together. So that is what we're keeping a very close eye on when it comes to these particular storms.
I'm going to go back to storm relative velocity. I just want to make sure, see if we have anything going on there. Still watching to the east of Bluegrass, right along Interstate 280 at 61. Nothing sticks out to me right now, besides we get that little kick off towards the southeast of Walcott. But like I said, we do not have any confirmation of a tornado right now. Regardless, we still need to take our precautions. You folks know the drill, lowest level, into your room, put as many walls between you and the tornado as possible. And even if we get through the tornado warning, we're still going to be dealing with some very strong winds out there. And that alone is a reason to take shelter in the lowest level of your house, regardless of the tornado warning or not. And it's moving into the Quad Cities as we speak. The strongest portion of the storm is moving to Andalusia and into Rock Island and Davenport here in the next few minutes. Elsewhere, we've got storms off towards the south. Don't want to forget about you folks down that way. We'll have severe thunderstorm warnings off towards the southwest. Also to the southeast of Kewanee, we have those severe thunderstorm warnings. So it's a very active night here. And if you're out and about on the roadways, well, I wouldn't be, because it's really bad travel out there, especially off towards the south and the east. Still have that flash flood warning for you folks north of Clinton. And we still have that tornado warning in effect for another 23 minutes as it's moving into the Quad Cities right now. Like I said, the good news is it's just a radar indicated tornado. We have yet to receive any confirmation. James?
Yeah, we probably have another, looks like another 20 minutes or so until hopefully we get the all clear. But even that, keep in mind outside of this polygon, you have the severe thunderstorm warning, and it's because of the fact that we're getting reports of winds over 60, 80 miles an hour. Our friends of the National Weather Service getting reports from people at emergency centers in certain towns, certain cities like around Muscatine, getting a lot of pictures of major tree limbs that are down, power lines that are down as well, and very likely indications like what John has been talking about too, the power outages that have been going on up to our west. The good news here is we just got a report. David out of the National Weather Service says the wind signature on the storm, just got it in now, moving into Rock Island and Scott counties is weakening, but not much. We're still concerned about thunderstorm wind gusts around 70 miles an hour. Once again, you can see how the tornado warning polygon itself kind of shortening up a little bit more, so that is some fairly good news. But once again, we're still noticing it, at least radar indicated, that we are possibly seeing a brief spin in this rain itself. And kind of focusing when it comes to these winds, you can see pretty intense that we see just along 280 itself, heading its way toward Interstate 80, but it's really south of Interstate 80, right along 280. That's probably where the strongest winds are located. Looks like it's right on, it almost looks like to me, John or Evan, it looks like right on Locust itself.
Yeah, Locust and Telegraph Road, just north of Buckeye Street, really just moving into the west side of Davenport right now, where we are going to be getting the most intense winds with this storm.
Yeah, so if you plan on, heading out, I would just hold tight.
Hold off on it.
Hold off on it. You really got to hold off on it until it pretty much makes its way out of the immediate Quad Cities. You can still see reflectivity itself. You can almost see just that little bend. We're still noticing that, so we're still getting a good rush of wind coming down from this storm. So that's what we're really concerned about with this particular storm as it continues to make its way east. We're still severe winds that are taking place over 60 miles an hour, even though it has subsided just about 10 miles an hour. That's the only weakening, at least from the reports that we're getting from that particular part of the storm as it makes its way off to the east. So pretty much got another 20 minutes to go on this particular storm. Let's go and put another tracker on this. We haven't done it for a while. Let's put a tracker right around there and then kind of make its way eastward as we go. And you can see around Moline, looking at the clock, it's just a few minutes away. Bettendorf will be right on top of that as well. Over at the airport itself, likely getting some delays with some of the flights that may be leaving this evening. And let's not forget around Silvis at around 8:22. Of course, we're a little concerned given the fact, remember the TPC at Deer Run, the John Deere Classic, there are tents that are already up. Everything is pretty much